Welcome to my channel. I am Vim by Grace and I'm the owner of Amazing Style Salon as well as an actual stylist within my own salon. So I decided to come back after a few years and start making content again, just because over the years I've picked up a few things just from experience with my own clients, with some of the education that I've picked up in classes. And so I decided to come up here and share some of my views. My channel is based a lot on my personal experience, and I try to put some humor in here. So hopefully it'll be educational, but also I hope you can also start some discussions, maybe with your own clients that you may not have considered before watching some of this content. So this first video back is hair extension consultation. And I would like to cover some of the hair extension methods that I do, specifically the strand by strand methods, and also just to cover why it's important to have a consultation with your clients when they come in for hair extensions. So these are some reasons why it would be helpful to have a hair consultation, both from the stylist perspective as well as from the client's perspective. So to begin with, you want to make sure that your client is a good candidate for the hair extensions that they're coming in for. As I said before, I'm specifically focusing on strand by strand hair extensions. So these do include, in my salon, I do fusion hair extensions, I do hair dreams hair extensions, as well as microlink hair extensions. So each of these hair extension techniques require a certain amount of hair. They do differ as far as the bond in size and technique. So you just need to make sure that the person coming in doesn't have any false hopes or even just ideas that they may have gotten on the internet or from friends and family, things that may not necessarily be realistic for their own hair. So as a stylist, you'd be able to figure these things out with your client. Secondly, your stylist also needs during this consultation time to be able to access your scalp as a client to make sure that you don't have any open sores, any wounds, any hair loss. It's also a good idea just to get an idea of who your client is. I oftentimes have people that come in and they're coming in for hair extensions because they've lost some fullness. So for myself, I do ask different things. If they have different disease states that may have caused the hair loss. Sometimes there'll be cancer patients or recovering cancer patients, and some of the volume of their hair is gone, and they just need some hair extensions to fill it in. These are all important things. There are other disease states as well. That I've come across. Alopecia is another one that you may want to just be aware of when your clients come in. Sometimes medications will cause hair to fall out, gastric bypass, things like that, drastic weight loss will cause hair to fall out. So you just want to make sure that before you install hair extensions, your client's hair is healthy enough to hold the hair extensions so that you're not causing more damage in the long run than just to give them a pretty hairstyle and then they leave and their hair breaks or something like that. So another reason is for a consultation is to give an accurate price, especially for hair extensions when you are performing strand by strand hair extensions. A lot of it depends on the density of the client's hair. It also depends on just the volume of hair extensions that they want, the circumference of their head. So in general, if you have a bigger head, you most likely will need more strands of hair to fill that larger head. If you have a smaller head, it usually equates to less hair extensions. Sometimes people want a natural looking head of hair, so that would be less volume as compared to others who really want a lot of volume, which would be more hair. Also, the length of the hair extensions affects the price. So someone getting 12-inch hair extensions will obviously pay less than someone getting the same number of pieces for 18 inches worth of hair extensions. All of that goes into play, and those are things that you can discuss during the consultation. Another reason for a consultation is you can match the color of the hair extensions as well as the texture. And this is important, especially in a salon such as mine. I do run a multicultural hair business. So I have people coming in from different races, ethnicities, and obviously hair texture changes by person anyway. So this is an opportunity when they come in for the consultation to be able to match them up with the correct texture, color. I'm contracted with several different hair extension companies, so I have different color swatches, hair samples, and I try to match as closely as possible. And also, I go as far as with microlinks, I also custom make them if it just comes to a point where I can't find the correct color combination or the texture combination. I have also learned how to make the links, and I custom make the links for my clients as well. During the consultation, your stylist will also be able to determine how much time it'll take to install your hair extensions. So, strand by strand hair extensions are not cookie cutter. So, depending on the volume, the technique, the amount of hair pieces, just really also depending on the client and how long they can sit down, how comfortable they are. You can just kind of feel someone out. Are they a fidgety person? I do have some clients with they've got ADD and they've shared it with me, so they can only sit for a certain amount of time. So for somebody like that, I normally allow for breaks just so that they can stand up, walk around, get some of those, the little wiggles out, so to speak, and then we go back to doing the hair extensions. So during the consultation, you can give a general time period. I always try to add an extra 30 minutes to an hour to the time that I quote between clients so that you're not in a situation where someone else is waiting for you outside because your client wanted to add a few more pieces or it took a little longer because they were running late. So these are just the type of things that you can also work out. And obviously, a full head of hair extensions takes a whole lot less time than a half a head or three-quarters of a head. So, these are things that you'll be able to tell your clients specifically. You should also meet your stylist as a customer just to make sure that you are a comfortable fit with them. So, the way that I look at it is, as a hairstylist, it's in your benefit to actually build relationships. So, if someone comes in to see you and they're comfortable with you, your personality, the salon that you're in, whether you have a chair in an open floor salon, as I like to call it, or if you have a salon suite, such as the place that I happen to have. It's a salon suite with a door, so it offers you the privacy that some of my clients need. So these are things that you need to know ahead of time as a customer. You want to make sure that the environment suits you as well, because hair extensions tend to be a long process. So you don't want to be uncomfortable sitting somewhere for 2 hours, 8 hours, however the length of time may be. So this is really important, as well as just even knowing how far the salon is from you so that when you actually go in for your real appointment, you'll know what the commute time is, things that you may need to look for. If it's a difficult place to find, you'll be able to just, get right there whenever it's time for your appointment. So as I mentioned before, I will be covering some strand by strand hair extension techniques. The three that I offer in my hair salon are Hair Dreams hair extensions, thermal fusion hair extensions, and microlink hair extensions. So the first technique that I wanted to just briefly cover, these are just overviews of the techniques. The first is Hair Dreams hair extensions. So with Hair Dreams, only certified Hair Dreams stylists are actually qualified to install these hair extensions. So if you have not gone through the training for Hair Dreams, they won't even sell you the hair. You can call up the company. The hub for Hair Dreams here in the United States is in California. When you call, they will verify that you are a Hair Dreams certified stylist or that you are a Hair Dreams partner, that your salon is qualified to carry these hair extensions. They do this mainly because Hair Dreams are considered luxury hair extensions. It's a luxury brand. So this is a way of just keeping it as such. They don't market to everybody, and then also they want to make sure that if you install these hair extensions, that they consistently know that the results will be the same across the board. So as a Hair Dreams hairstylist, my work should be no different than somebody else. For example, I live in North Carolina. So if you had your hair dreams done in North Carolina by a certified hair dream stylist, you can have the same quality of work from a Hair Dreams hairstylist in New York, and it shouldn't be any different. So that's part of why they remain exclusive. Also, with their training, it's rather expensive, so not all stylists can afford it. So you find that there's only a handful of Hair Dreams hairstylists within a certain area. So also with Hair Dreams hair extensions, as I said, this is a luxury brand. So they use the highest quality of human hair. They have two grades of hair that they have. They have 7-star hair, which is Russian hair. Then they also have a 5-star brand of hair, which is sourced from Indonesia. And it's all really good hair. It's premium quality human hair. It can be dyed and cut and colored, all of that, and it lasts a long time. So with the 7-star hair, they actually have a service where you can send it off and it will be retipped, and then you can have it reused. With Hair Dreams hair extensions, this is a fusion method, and most fusion hair extensions, once you take them out, the top of the hair, the actual bond piece, it falls apart or you can't use it anymore. Well, so with the 7-star hair, this is hair that a lot of people desire because you actually can send it off, and the company will fuse it, will put the tip back on for you at a cost, of course, and they'll be able to send it back to you so you can keep reusing your hair. This hair lasts a very long time. Typically, my clients, they can keep it in for about 4 months before they would actually need to have it taken out and reinstalled. But this is 4 months of, I do require them to come in at about 2 months. They get what's called a tidy cut. This is when I'm going in and I'm just inspecting it, and it's a process that we learn during training, and it goes along with the Hair Dreams extensions. So that is Hair Dreams for you. The next method I'd like to briefly cover are the thermal fusion hair extensions. So I also call these fusion hair extensions. So, there shouldn't be any confusion there. But with the thermal fusion hair extensions, I'm using heat. I have what I like to call a modified flat iron that I use. It's got just tiny tip, and you melt the tip of the hair, the individual pieces. They have a keratin glue at the top, and so you melt that down, you kind of roll it into the client's hair, and then that's how it stays attached. So with these hair extensions, they do add length and fullness to your hair. You can actually add color without actually chemically treating your hair. So for this is, for example, if you had a head of brown hair and you just wanted to add some blonde highlights, you could add some pieces of fusion hair, as opposed to actually going into a hairstylist and getting your hair, bleached or colored to get that highlight effect. These last about four months for the companies that I am contracted with. And with fusion hair extensions, as well as with the Hair Dreams hair extensions that I spoke about a few minutes ago, these should be installed and taken out by licensed professionals. I just say that because fusion hair extensions do get a bad rap, so to speak. A lot of people ask me, well, aren't those damaging to your hair? My answer to that is, my hair extension clients do not have any damage. But once again, I'm a licensed stylist, I'm a certified hairstylist. So most of the time when I do hear about fusion hair extension issues or hair breakage, this is because a client has left the fusion hair extensions in for way too long, or they're trying to use the wrong solvent to take out the hair extensions. So, as far as keeping them in too long, there is a misconception that these hair extensions are permanent. So, they are marketed by some hairstylists as well as some hair extension companies as permanent hair extensions. No hair extension method is permanent. So, well, I take that back. Unless you have some dreadlock hair extensions and you keep them in, for the rest of your life, you can do that. But for the fusion hair extensions, hair dreams, microlinks, all of these sew-ins that are out there, the different techniques, these are temporary. Just as with most hairstyles, you need some maintenance. So it's not correct to say that these are permanent hair extensions. And some people take that description at face value and they try to keep them in for a year. I've had someone say that they kept them in for about 7 months. This was someone that was not initially my client, but they did come to me for a consultation, and my recommendation was get those hair extensions you have out, because at that point, at 7 months, the hair extensions are hanging, they're breaking your hair, so definitely do not wear them past the recommended amount of time. And then also, when people are trying to take out the hair extensions, most of the time using just regular uh, glue remover that you can get from, just regular beauty supply stores or online, it's kind of risky to go ahead and get something that is not matched up to the specific hair extension company. Hair extension companies that at least the ones that I deal with, if they make fusion hair extensions, they will have a solvent, a solution that they actually sell to you to remove those hair extensions. If you use something else, you are risking tearing out your hair when you're trying to take it out, or it just may be extremely difficult, at which time your hair might break. So that's why I stress, just to be on the safe side, you should choose somebody who is licensed, who is very familiar with what they're doing, and is also certified in fusion process. Now on to microlink hair extensions. So this, out of the three hair extension methods that I've mentioned here, the strand by strands, the microlinks are, to me, they're the easiest to me because I do them a whole lot. So, just like with anything else, the more you do something, the more familiar you are, the faster you are. So I love doing microlink hair extensions, because, well, I enjoy them and I've become pretty good at them. So with this section, as the other hair extensions did, the microlinks do add length and fullness. And once again, you can add color pieces in your hair without actually opting for the chemical processing. These are very easy to install and remove if you are a stylist that is familiar with this method and is used to doing them. So, for example, because I'm using the different solvents, and you have to be a little bit more careful when you're taking out the fusion methods or the hair dreams, hair extensions, time wise, if I were to take out a full head of fusions or hair dream extensions, I'm looking at maybe 2 hours. Microlinks may take me 30 minutes or 45 minutes. So there's a huge time difference. It's less time on my part. Um, the hair can be reused. With microlinks, they're done on a bead. So the bead is what attaches the hair extension pieces. So my recommendation to my clients is you can wear these hair extensions on average about 8 weeks. I do have some clients coming in at about 6 weeks, my more active clients, who may sweat more, style their hair a whole lot more, so their hair extensions get a little looser faster. But I'd say at about weeks, which is 2 months, I require an adjustment. So within that adjustment, I can actually move the hair extension bead up and I can reattach the hair. Sometimes the bead needs to be replaced, and I can do that at that time. But then you can then go on and get another 8 weeks out of it, and then you just keep coming back for the life of the hair extensions. Most of the hair extensions I use, they'll last you about 9 months to a year before you'd actually need to get a new set of hair and replace the whole set of hair. So it's out of the three hair extension methods that I've mentioned, microlinks are a good value. And just for anyone who wanted to know, I do have my prices listed on my website, which the link will be at the bottom of the screen, just here on my YouTube channel, as well as the end of the video as well, if you wanted to go. But you can just check out the prices, see the differences, and you can also get a little bit more information because I do post more pictures up there as well as more information. So these are just some pictures of some of my clients that I've had in the past, and you can just see the result of the different hair extensions that they've gotten. So my client shown here, she's actually a promotional model, among other things. She's an author, and she was a long-term client of mine, and she has microlink hair extensions. So here's another picture of one of my clients. As you can see in the picture to the left, this is before she had her hair extensions put in. She had hair dreams hair extensions, and so she just wanted some length and fullness. She wanted to balance out her hair. As you can tell, she has two-tone hair, so on the underside, she had, a lighter shade of brown, and then the top she had the blonde that went with the blonde that she has at the top of her hair. So that right here is an example of hair dreams hair extensions. Here is someone else before and after with the Microlinks hair extensions, and this is someone that opted for an ombre look. So all I did was just add the lighter colored hair extensions under her own natural hair, and added a few pieces in that matched her natural hair as well, just so that it would blend in well. And then just did a relatively easy blending cut, and so you get the effect of ombre hair. And this is another one of my clients, and she has microlink hair extensions. And as you can tell, she opted for volume. So, she has nice full hair from all the pieces that she has in there. So as I mentioned before, if you'd like to see my prices, just to get an idea of what I charge, the only things that I do not list up there are my hair dreams prices, because that is a completely different pricing tool. It's like I said, with the luxury hair brands, they just work a little differently than the other hair companies that I deal with. So with the other brands that I use, I try to list as much information up there as possible, because I am someone who tries to be upfront. I try not to swindle anybody, or just try to put the wool over someone's eyes. I like to make sure that you know what you're getting when you're coming in, or at least a general idea. So to book your appointments with me personally, once again, my name is Vin by Grace, and I'm the owner as well as the stylist at Amazing Styles Salon in Raleigh, North Carolina. So you can give me a call at 919-418-0992 if you'd like, or you can just visit my website online, and that is amazingstyles.biz. Or you can see my work on Facebook and Instagram as well. I do have a Twitter, but honestly, I'm not too, I don't know, I'm not as present on Twitter as I am on Facebook and Instagram, and that's just to be transparent as well. Yeah, so that's a whole nother thing. I guess I do need to get up with that. But it's been a pleasure to share some of this information with you. I hope it was helpful. Please like my video if you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment. Let me know what part of the country you are in. I'd like to know what type of methods you do. If there's any other hair extension methods that you'd like to know about or ask me about, please feel free. I would like to continue to make content and just be more consistent again. So it just helps me out if you do subscribe and like these videos. And I hope you will watch more videos in the near future. Thank you for your time, everybody, and I will be chatting with you soon.